It's when you learn your mom doesn't control everything. It's kind of like when dogs think that you control the weather. They're like, woof woof, it's raining outside.
He orchestrates a symphony of people who can't even make music out of the daily notes posted in the journal. They only know how to make noise. But still, he conducts them with poise, hands up and down and in and out. Crescendos turn into shouts because he refuses to be bewildered by the battlegrounds of politics. That's preposterous to think that one man can coordinate a country without cost of a few causes. There must be zero tolerance for a flat note. All the symphonies he wrote began with a treble clef. Failure was in the key of F, so he wrote in the key of G. The violins sang genius while the percussion drummed Germany. This conductor was a patient man because for 8 months he planned octaves dropping, tubas sobbing, cymbals clashing, countries crashing. Like the waves of an Atlantic storm hitting the starboard of sea lion boats, they rise up, crash, they fall back and splash like the blood of a nearly eradicated people whose only fault was singing to a different tune. He was grotesque, ghastly, gifted, greedy, gruesome, guiltless. He was Gestapo. He was genius. He wasn't global domination. He was universal. This controversial conductor was able to move the last row into the front. He rearranged the flutes first and sent drums into the audience. He percussed the trust of nations, sang the a cappella of conviction as each metallic twang of the electric guitars rusted the reputation of a symbol rooted in peace that he branded onto the shoulders of his secret police. I'm ashamed of my German roots when people associate the blood-stained uncouth with blonde hair and blue eyes. How could one man rise to the top? With the Bohemian painter's past, he cast watercolor clouds on the portrait of his nation's skies. He crushed the windpipes of clarinet players. They huffed and they puffed until they blew everything down from houses to horizons. He kept building his orchestra because 3 million soldiers just isn't enough. When the Depression came, he didn't give up. He tried to toughen his audience and introduce them to a new kind of music, but the audience couldn't leave. They were forced to watch the golden trumpets rust away until all that was left was noise. There was no more music. Only a nation of people who couldn't make sense of the propaganda posted in the Daily Journal as to why, who, or what Hitler was.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, we have 2 technically.
You have 2 dogs.
Yeah, Abby runs away a lot. Recently this week, yeah, she was the one who got kidnapped twice. But, like, they returned her, and I was like, well, what was that for? Like,